Hooked and half in the bag. Tagged him. Took down some prey.
Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and today we're going to be talking about the buffs and nerfs in Season 14 and what kind of changes we can expect in terms of gameplay in the future, along with upcoming legends that have already been talked about. We're also going to give out 45 bucks. All you gotta do is like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill, but without further ado, let's talk about Apex. So Apex Legends Season 14 has been out for a little less than a week now, and even though there was a wide boycott of no Apex August, that does look like it failed horribly, as Season 14 has actually broken records for itself on the Steam charts with a higher player count than ever before. And while a lot of that is due to the popularity of the new legend, there's also a ton of meta changes that we're all aware of that has gone on, such as the Wingman now using sniper ammo, the Spitfire using light ammo, and of course the new Kings Canyon changes, and players getting used to a new meta, even though not everyone is necessarily a fan of that, such as a large portion of the community being fairly upset about the fact that Valk got nerfed. But the two biggest changes for this season have been with Newcastle and the new legend Vantage, and there is a pretty heated debate right now about whether or not Vantage is too overpowered or if she's perfectly balanced, and will developers actually nerf her in the future. Personally, when you look at her kit, she's actually pretty well balanced. Her passive just gives you information on other teams, fairly similar to almost every other recon legend with wall hacks. Her tactical does have a built-in tap strafe, which I think was added into the game to allow console players to have some version of their own, but isn't overall broken or absolutely insane. Her ultimate is one of the issues though that we'll get into, and it's fairly similar to Rampart's, as Vantage and Rampart are the only legends that actually have a weapon as their ultimate. And most of you are probably pretty familiar with how devastating Rampart's minigun can be. But Vantage's ultimate isn't actually that broken. It's the 5-round sniper, and it does 50 damage on the first shot and then an additional 100 for any consecutive shots hit afterwards. But once again, it's an ultimate. It's actually supposed to be fairly powerful, but it does definitely need a little bit of tweaking going into the season. When you look at the stats, as Soda Man Human here popped out, there's no bullet drop under 400 meters. It's 5 shots, it's fast charging, it charges while it's in your hand, and it increases the squad damage by 15%, which I think a lot of people don't know, and that lasts for 15 seconds, and it also marks the target. I think most of this is actually fairly well balanced. I would say that if you're going to continue to have this be in the game, you should really increase the bullet drop, especially under 400 meters. It's really easy to use this right now, and almost makes picking up the Kraber pointless. This is actually pretty normal. When Seer launched in Season 10, he was actually overpowered at launch too. Developers like to do this before eventually nerfing it to make the new season more popular and more people pick the legend. We can actually see that by Vantage's pick rate, which is the highest in the game right now. We had the same effect with Newcastle last season before he dropped off, becoming the least picked legend, but now his new buff has changed that dramatically. He's slowly been rising, but Newcastle was always a viable legend. In fact, 100 Thieves ran him in ALGS with a ton of success. He's a skill-based legend. But the problem is they've absolutely made him insane this season. They've increased the move speed while reviving, reduced the turn slow, increased the white knockdown shield health, increased the blue knockdown shield health. They increased the mobile shield's HP, they doubled his max movement speed, and also improved his castle wall. And while I do think Newcastle could have used a couple of small buffs, it leaves another issue. Why would anyone pick Lifeline for her passive, which reses her teammates, when you can use Newcastle, who can drag around and cover them with a gold knockdown shield while bringing them back with half life? I love the fact that Apex Legends adds in new legends, but we're slowly coming to a point where newer legends are replacing older legends, and it's becoming a little oversaturated. Next season, we actually know we are getting Catalyst. And there was actually a holo spray found by Hypermist right here, and it is incredibly blurry, but I have a feeling that this could very well end up being Catalyst, as we can see the black liquid surrounding her. And in the gameplay leak of Catalyst, it is shown that she has ferrofluid, which is a real life material. You will be able to build structures out of this, kind of raise yourself, very similar actually to the Horizon tactical. And you can do a lot of building mechanics with this. And for all you fans of dark brooding characters, it does look like the Season 15 Battle Pass is going to be a magic goth theme, which does line up with the placeholder image they had for Catalyst a while ago. This isn't going to be what it actually is, but it's an early concept art that they were using. So Catalyst does seem like a lot of fun. Vantage is insanely fun as well, and has that weapon ultimate ability like Rampart. Newcastle has come and replaced Lifeline, and while it is getting really fun trying out all these new legends and seeing all the new meta changes and buffs, Respawn is going to have to work really hard to go ahead and make sure that when future legends release, they don't completely replace the abilities of other older legends. Let me know down below, how do you feel that Vantage fits into the Season 14 meta? How do you feel about Newcastle? And do you have any thoughts about the upcoming legend Catalyst? And until next time, legends, keep slaying in the Outlands, and I'll see you out there.